You're watching today's video technical update presented by FX Times. It is Monday, June 28th, 2010. I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst, and I'll go over some developments in the Forex markets. The Japanese yen continues to outperform the greenback. However, against the dollar and the Japanese yen, the pound appears to be the sole instrument of strength. We see this in the pound dollar and the pound yen, as these pairs held their gains, while others, such as the euro, fell against both the dollar and the yen. This video is being produced at about 12:20 p.m. Eastern Time during the US trading session. Here's a look at the dollar-Japanese yen pair, 4-hour time frame. We did start the week with a little bit of dollar strength, but we see that this high was lower than this high. So there's continuing yen strength against the dollar, although we are in this 4-hour time frame in this oversold area. Okay, so let's look at the 1-hour time frame. It appears that we have this descending triangle broken. You see these tests of the 50 moving average fail to break above, so that's continuing weakness in the dollar yen. So strength for the yen, weakness in the US dollar, and even here you see that the market resolved this oversold condition, but the RSI remains under 50, so there's more bearish strength, and we'll see if this attempt now this is maybe a clear out for some rally after the market basically is held above 89. So today's price action will be important to see if the market can hold above 89, and to see with that attempt if the market can make some new highs. So far it has not been able to, but even if it does make some new highs, we need some confirmation, and we need the RSI here to break above 60 for the outlook to turn bullish even in the short term. So dollar yen continues to be bearish, although it's testing some here in the 4-hour time frame. Zoom it out, we see that it's testing this support area. Okay, now moving on to the euro dollar. Here is the 4-hour time frame, and we see the market start this week euro negative. The US dollar, you see that in the dollar yen there's not much strength, and even in other crosses it appears that this move is mainly euro negative, not dollar positive. And we see here a failed attempt to go above 60. This is pretty much see this correction here from a longer term decline. So when this correction came up here between 124 and 125, this was an area that with anticipated resistance. Okay, and the market has declined, and now is probably completing this pullback. So this decline here to start this week. Now let's go to the 1-hour time frame. You see here to start this week we have at the moment, see this rising support has not been broken yet, but we do see some break of this RSI here below 40. Okay, so we do have some bearish momentum, but you see we need to break below this, and even if we break below this, if the price action is not able to break below these lows here around 122.70, 122.60 area, the market can still attempt another rally. So in the short term, the market is, it's hard to say if it's ready to reverse or if it's gonna stay in this consolidation. In the 4-hour time frame, we do see that overall the market action is bearish, and we may be completing a pullback. So the bias is bearish, but price action has not confirmed yet. So that's the euro dollar. If the price action confirms, see in the 4-hour time frame, if the market breaks below this rising support, which should be along with this rising support, we may see some support, we may see some bullish attempt, and then if the market continues lower and breaks this support, then we have more confirmation, and then first the target should be 121.50. If that breaks, then the 118.80 could be the next target, and if that breaks, 117 is the next target. Okay, actually that target could be seen in the daily. Let me just bring the daily chart from from here. Okay, so here's the daily swing projection to 117. Okay, so that's the euro dollar, bearish bias, but we need some confirmation. So we saw the euro dollar start the week falling, but if you take a look at the pound dollar, had the opposite direction. So the pound dollar actually made a new high and continues to do so. The RSI here breaks above 60 and continues rallying, threatening to go into the overbought area. So the pound is very strong. Okay, now 1 hour time frame, we may see some, you see here we're developing a bearish divergence, so we may see some pause in this pound strength as the market tests our 151 level. Okay, this may be an important level. You see here, I'm going to throw in the daily time frame. See this projection obviously is invalid now, and we're continued to use this previous high here. So here is 151. We're at 151, breaking this previous high here. Okay, so this may be invalid now if today's price actions remains above this previous bar. So if today's close is anywhere near 151, this may be invalid. Okay, but in any case, we are in a longer term decline, so what we can expect is some further bullish action in the short term. But let's measure that. Let's measure it with our Fibonacci expansion. So with this first wave, you see here, let's call this wave A, B, and if this is C, if we project it to 161.8%, okay, it will be around 151.80. So that's really, and that would be coincident with this declining resistance. So look for some topping action there, and then we may return to this bearish mode if the market fails to break this resistance. But in the short term, looking at the 4 hour time frame and the 1 hour time frame, we see that pound dollar is very bullish, very strong. Finally, a look at the euro yen versus the pound yen. So here's the euro yen, and just like the euro dollar, we saw the market start the week euro negative. So this pair is now testing this consolidation low here. The low about 109.50 area. It's at 109.80 already, so about to test that low. And we look at the daily, you see we're actually near this entire consolidation low, which is here would be also also the 109 area. So 109.50 is your this near-term consolidation low, and the 109 area is your short-term, intermediate-term consolidation low. Market is looking to test this low here at 109. Looking at 1 hour time frame, same thing. Not much here, except here we have a break up below 40, so that's a good sign. So this looks like more likely to break this low than this area where the momentum was stopped at 40. So euro yen looks bearish. Now let's look at the pound yen, the daily. Now compare this to the euro yen daily. You see euro yen daily near the bottom, pound yen daily still at near the top of this consolidation, near this correction. Okay, so it reflects the strength in the pound, but doesn't also the failure to actually break above also reflects the strength of the yen at the moment. So there's sort of a battle here. 4 hour time frame, you see the market in the sideways action. You see here market created a lot of these pivot points where the later price action revolved around that. So it'll be interesting if the market can break below 133 or break above 136.40 area. Until then, we pretty much expect some sideways action, maybe some bias towards the upside because of strength in the pound. But until a break of 136.40, this market is ranging, and in the longer term is actually has a bearish bias. Okay, that wraps it up for today. Check out fxtimes.com for more analysis updates and educational live events. Once again, I'm Fan Yang, your technical analyst here at FX Times, wishing you good trading.